Hello there. My name is Dave Johnson, and I'm a member of Portland Mennonite and a student in Anabaptist Mennonite Biblical Seminary's Master of Divinity program. This semester, I'm taking a course called Ministry in Church and World, and a significant part of my work for this class is a project I'm calling Reimagining Church for a New Normal. This includes a questionnaire designed to collect our congregational thoughts about church here in Portland and now at the beginning of the 2020s. I hope you'll fill it out. If writing short answers isn't your bag, but you'd still like to be part of the conversation, you can just skip to the end of the questionnaire and indicate your interest in being part of a small group discussion. But Dave, you might be asking, and some of you have, why do you keep saying new normal? What does that even mean? Aren't we always adapting and changing? Isn't ongoing personal and community transformation an essential part of our faith formation? Those are great questions. You should be deeply satisfied. Gold stars all around. Here's what I mean. In addition to our ongoing process of transformation, as well as general adaptation to changes in our lives, we form habits and develop assumptions about how things should be done and why that often go unexamined. These are what we think of, or more accurately, don't think of, as normal. This isn't necessarily a bad thing. Part of why we try to build good habits as individuals is so we don't have to spend so much emotional and mental energy trying to decide to do the right thing every day. For example, early in the pandemic, I decided I wanted to go for an early morning walk every day with my dog, Burley. Now, 2 years later, I don't think about whether I'm going to do it anymore. I just wake up, put on my walking pants, and head out the door. It's become more than a thing that I do. It's become part of who I am. I've become an early morning dog walker. This practice that has become a habit is a good thing in and of itself, but it is also for other things. It gets me into our neighborhood and nature every day. It results in incremental changes to me, a healthier body, a quieter mind, a deeper connection to my neighborhood and the people and other creatures who live here with me. All of this has become part of my new normal. In a sermon last fall, Rod quoted the poet, author, and activist Sonia Renee Taylor about the idea of normal. She writes, "Our pre-corona existence was never normal, other than we normalized greed, inequity, exhaustion, depletion, extraction, disconnection, confusion, rage, hoarding, hate, and lack. We should not long to return, my friends. We are being given the opportunity to stitch a new garment, one that fits all of humanity and nature." The pandemic disrupted many of our habits as a society, and it revealed what is essential and who is vulnerable, and we've been confronted with how often those overlap. It also, of course, disrupted our habits of church, and in so doing, it gives us an opportunity to examine our practices and assumptions about the what, the how, and the why of church. What is church, and what could it be? What have we discovered that is essential, and what have we learned that we can leave behind? Eventually, our individual and collective practices and assumptions about church that emerge out of this time will become our new habits, our new way of being together, our new status quo. And these habits will either move forward God's redemptive work of justice and peace, or they won't. At least, that's the idea. Maybe all this talk about a new normal just isn't that compelling to you. That's totally okay. But maybe it sparks some new ideas. I hope you'll share them.